Hi there, thank you for joining me today. I'm Sandra at Arty Card Air. Today my theme is all about weddings. On my blogs over the next few weeks I'm going to be covering weddings because obviously they're going to be happening a lot soon. Lots of weddings take place in the summer. Now, you will have already seen, hopefully, my blog recently for this beautiful card that says congratulations to the bride and groom. I've done that in pool party colours and perfect plum colours. And I've done some lovely gold embossing, beautiful gold embossing. It sparkles and sheens so beautifully. I've obviously put a sentiment in the middle. May today be the start of a long and happy life together. That forms a stamp set called Mr. and Mrs. And I've done a little bit of stamping because I think it just finishes the card off nicely. So that's my card. You'll have already seen that on the blog. I've done a beautifully matching envelope and put a little liner in and done a bit of stamping on the front too to match it so that the whole thing looks really beautiful. So I'm going to put that to one side and I'm going to show you my other three items for the moment. This is a little gift envelope punch board treat made using the envelope punch board, of course, and inside here is a little handmade soap. I shall show you how to make this project in just a couple of seconds. I'm going to be covering this little favour box over the next week or two as well. I think that looks beautiful with the, I've used this Grateful Bunch stamp set, absolutely used this for the whole wedding theme. I think it's a fantastic set for a wedding theme. So that's my favour box. I'll be showing you that on a blog soon, so watch out for that. I've also got this beautiful cone shape. Now wouldn't that look gorgeous? Put into a champagne flute and displayed. You could give them to all your guests, or this one I've done with a gift in for the newlyweds. You could put jewellery in there, any treats you want. I think it looks absolutely stunning. I've used a wink of Stella on it and that will be covered in a blog to be shown soon. So I'm putting that to one side because today I'm going to show you how to make this little envelope punch board treat box. So we've got a piece of perfect plum cardstock which measures, sorry, I just need to find my page, which measures 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches, which is 11.5 by 11.5 centimetres, and we are going to score and punch that at 2 inches and 2 5/8 inches. Inches, 2 5/8 inches, and then you'll notice I did the diagonal on that score line, and then you just line up that little dinky mark there with your mark there and punch and score, and you move it to the next line which is just there, punch and score, and then you turn it round and do the same on the opposite side. So these would be really easy to make for your wedding. If you wanted to make them for your wedding, you just need to invest in a few little items and you'd be able to do them in any colours that you wished, whatever your wedding theme is. Wouldn't they be lovely? You could get some of your family to help you with some of this scoring and punching, and I'm sure that they'd enjoy doing it, and they'd feel involved in as part of your wedding. So we don't need the punch board now, so I'm going to put that out of the way. So we just score, we just fold and burnish all our lines as you would normally with any box. Very simple and quick and easy to make. And then we'll get our scissors. And what I did was I got my soap that fits in there like that. So we cut up our lines just to the first score, and we do the same thing on the opposite side. So that's easy, that's all the cutting that's needed. And then we're going to fold those in. So I've got my fast fuse for quickness today. You put your soap in and you bring your box round there like that. Round your soap. It doesn't have to be soap. You might want to put some sweet treats in your box. Whatever you would like to give to your guests as a little wedding favour would be perfect. So we'll just put some fast fuse on the top here. Fold that up and over, nice and tightly. And then you don't need to shut that down, just make sure those flaps are tied in. Flap that down, and now we're going to wrap our gold ribbon round. I've got some 1/8 of an inch gold ribbon here. So we're going to, I think we do that side first. Turn it round to the front, and then I'll just cut myself off a length like that. And then you bring the end underneath both of the layers, like that. Okay, it doesn't want to play. Right, I think I've got that now. Just check that that's not twisted. It's not. That's great. And then you just tie that into a knot. Like that. And then we're not going to tie a bow today because I want to put that embellishment on. So you just cut that off with a nice jaunty edge, like that. So now I've prepped up already this beautiful little flower. It's cut out using this Blossom Bunch Punch, and then you layer it up on glue dots and just pinch it with your fingers to give it a bit of dimension. I put a little rhinestone in the centre, so that's going to sit on the top there. I've cut this pool party glitter ribbon, and I'm going to put that across there. I think across there, like that. No, I'm going to have it that way. Right, so let's stick that down with a couple of glue dots. It's very pretty, this glitter ribbon. It's very sparkly, so obviously it's a perfect for a wedding. but you can choose any colours you wish. Of course, whatever your wedding colours are would be beautiful. So then I'm going to stick my flower on with a couple of glue dots like that, and then you just pinch that little flower up with your fingers to make sure that that's got a nice bit of dimension like that. And then I've already stamped out a sentiment that says thank you using the teeny tiny sentiments, and we're just going to stick that with a little glue dot, and this is just as a thank you for your guests, of course. Stick that down, and then to finish it off I'm going to stamp out one of these little tiny butterflies using the bitty butterfly punch. I'm going to stick that down with a little bit of liquid glue. Like that. Stick that on there. Just take a second or two to dry. Right. And then to finish that off, I'm just going to put a few little rhinestones across my butterfly. Like that. That's it. Lift him up to give him a bit of dimension. There we are. And so whatever colour your wedding theme is, I think you'll agree that that makes a lovely little wedding favour. For you can imagine however many on the tables would look gorgeous. I've recently just made 80 of these boxes for a wedding that I'm going to, my cousin's wedding in June, and I've made 80 boxes. They're not like this, but they're very, very similar, and that's done in Pacific Point and silver, but it doesn't matter what colours you use. Lovely, lovely theme for any wedding. So I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial today. If you'd like the details, click on the down arrow and that will take you to my website where all the details are. So thank you for watching today, and until next time,